All right, Coach, the bright lights of Broadway just to the east of us, and we are under the lights as well at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Watson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
65. Kill. Back. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Mike's by 4. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Yo, 80. Swag. Pick that. Yo, red, 80. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Shit, touch.
Darnold from the gun. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Watson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A play that time for the Seahawks. And even 50 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike's 50, Mike 54. I got you.
Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Watson looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the 1st half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
He'll find Metcalf. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
Switch up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Avery Williamson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Take it at the 37. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. On 2nd and 7, Watson. The quick slant caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm crouch. Down to lose 1. Lady. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
51 for Mike, boys. 51. 61. Match box, Mike. Lady.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Big edge. Shift.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know you felt that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Four down.
Now it's Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing.
After the interception, here's Watson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hustle.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, he gets it to Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Hey, I'm coming. Mine 15, mine 15. Check. Let's go.
From the gun on third, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, it's Bell. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here goes that. 51's the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that. Red 80. Don't let him breathe, defense.
On third down, here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, let's go. Red 80. Here we go.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On first down, it's Bell. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, Charlie. Here we go.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. Results for a 4th down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Now they are going for it. Darnold, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st down, it's Watson out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike's 50, Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check.
The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a 1st down.
First down.
Watch out.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Darnold now to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Darnold. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Herndon's got it complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Forced out to his Darnold. He lost the football. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On first down, Muhammad. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go long.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
My 31! Wild Bill! Hey! 50's the mic! 50's the mic!
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's letting it. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Brandon Cooks, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
We're going to sign. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Jets on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go again.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Bell. And some room to Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Jets. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another, and then all of a sudden you're...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try again with Bell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. This is caught at the 20. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They go again with Muhammad. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a give, right side. Muhammad. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Third and long, it's Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Again, it's Bell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 38, Darnold, flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down.